Welcome to episode 117 of the Oklahoma Real Estate Show. I'm real estate broker Landon Witt. January sales numbers are in, and here is your market summary of the last 30 days in central Oklahoma and what to look forward to as we enter February. The median home price has bounced from its bottom in December of $230,000, ending the month in January at $237,730. That marks a 3.3% median price improvement in the last 30 days, making January's year-over-year improvement 8.1%. The month's supply of inventory dropped for the first time in 12 months, hitting a low at 2.3 months supply of inventory. Coming out of January, that's a 4.4% lower inventory than December. This yet another sign that the local market in central Oklahoma is returning to a more normal seasonal pattern. Shows to pending hits a new high for the year at 9 showings prior to going under contract across central Oklahoma. The last time central Oklahoma had 9 showings to pending was back in May of 2022. Now, the total average showings per listing is 5.5. That's up from 3.5 in December, which may mean that if you're getting over 5.5 showings in the first 14 days on market going into February, you are highly likely to get under contract. Less than 5.5 showings, and that's a strong indicator that you're overpriced or have a special property for a special buyer. Days on market coming out way up out of January with a 34% increase in time sitting on the for sale side. December ended the month just 17 days on market, while February ended with 24 days on the market. However, to put this into broader perspective, the median days on market pre-pandemic for January in central Oklahoma was around 27 days on market. So we're still well below historic seasonal average days on market. This is yet another indicator that old, windy Oklahoma is returning to the predictable, linear housing market it's famous for. Now, your negotiation power, you might ask? Well, for the buyers, January came out with the same score for the last 90 days at 100% of list to close ratio, which has held rock steady since March of 2022. The exceptions being the $500K to $1 million listings, whose median dropped to 99.3% of the purchase price. Also, the price point below $100,000 seeing a steep drop to just 93% of the listing price achieved. Now, it's important to note that these figures don't include the famous buyer asking for the seller to pay their closing cost, which have nearly tripled in popularity in offers over the last 90 days. Most loans allow the seller to contribute up to 3% of the total purchase price, or 6% on an FHA loan, and 2% on an investment loan. This can be a great incentive for buyers who may want to personalize the home prior to moving in. The savings on closing cost is looked at like free money to overcome objections like removing an above-ground pool or repairing and repainting that favorite bedroom of the seller. Moving to the update on the Oklahoma economy. Latest job figures posted February 3rd, Oklahoma's employment rate was holding steady at 3.4%, while non-farm payroll employment added 2,900 jobs over the month. As for the Oklahoma State flower, the U.S. Cannabis Spot Index increased 2.9%, ending the month of January at $1,005 per pound. Cannabis Benchmark's U.S. Wholesale Spot Index components rose to first days of February, with the weighted average of indoor flower coming in at $2.22 per gram. The weighted average of indoor flower prices ticking up for the 4th week in a row. Greenhouse product spot price also ticked higher, breaching the $1,000 level for the first time since November of 2022. Outdoor flowers price is up $9 for the week. The spot index itself fell $7 though, due to losses in Illinois, Michigan, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. As for Oklahoma's cannabis market farmers' outlook, well, while the number of cultivation licenses has been reducing year on the year, the reality remains that there are still 52 patients for every active cultivator license. The dispensary ratio is 160 patients for every licensee. In fact, if the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics is correct, and over 1,000 licenses are supposedly involved in a legal licensing scheme, the removal of those licenses would still leave the state with too many cultivators for the number of registered patients. Recent news reports have focused on the ghost owner lawyers. These are attorneys accused of paying off their firm's employees and others to claim cannabis license ownership when the license were actually owned by an out-of-state or foreign entity or individual that does not meet state residency requirements. According to a local news report, the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics spokesperson Mark Woodard said almost 25% of the farms in Oklahoma are potentially operating under the same fraudulent business scheme. He also noted well over 1,000, if not close to 2,000, may be involved in the ghost ownership arrangements. Presuming enforcement is coming, bad boys, what you gonna do? The impact on supply in Oklahoma medical cannabis market remains uncertain. Licensed cultivators involved in ghost ownership schemes may have been selling some or all of their production in the illicit market, which would lessen the impact on supply within the licensed medical system if those growers are shut down. Oklahomans, you're going to vote in March of 2023 on whether adult use cannabis should be legal in the state for recreational purposes. If the measure passes, it might help alleviate at least some of the oversupply in the cannabis and cannabis licenses. The marijuana industry in Oklahoma produces and sells well over $1 billion in product each year, and that's just the official numbers. In closing, to wrap up this month's market outlook, or should I say roll up, Lawrence Yun, National Association of Realtors chief economist, expects things will pick up soon. January was another difficult month for home buyers who continued to face limited inventory and high mortgage rates. Economist Yoon said, however, expect sales to pick up again soon since mortgage rates have markedly declined after peaking last year. In addition to lower rates, home price increases have also slowed, with the median existing home price up just 2.3% year over year nationally. That means improved affordability conditions for buyers as the spring home buying season approaches, which could mean brighter days and more sales ahead. And no Oklahoma show market report update is complete without a crazy deal of the month. And this one is crazy. That award goes to the two brokers of 145 North Luther Road in Hera, Oklahoma. The property was listed by Stan Pennington of Red Mountain Realty, who had the property listed for $980,000 at day 186 on the market. A buyer's agent by the name of Eden Ware of Chamberlain Realty secured the sale with an offer of $11 million. The sale closed January 28th at 167% more than the listing price, ringing the bell in the MLS at just over $8,000 per square foot. For more market charts and information, or to choose me as your top agent in Central Oklahoma, visit oklahomarealestateshow.com.